Drake just finally caught a small, tiny W, just a little victory in his legal battle against Universal Music Group surrounding Kendrick Lamar and Not Like Us. A judge just ruled that a pretrial hearing will move forward on April 2nd, despite UMG's attempts to stall the case. That means the discovery process. That's where both sides basically show their receipts, show what evidence they have, and what they're going to use, etc. It all officially begins, even though UMG tried to block it. Now, Drake's team is calling this a major step toward exposing the so-called defamatory campaign against him. If you don't know, he's accusing Universal Music Group of secretly boosting the diss track, Not Like Us, and using unlawful, that's his language, not mine, methods to push the song, all while falsely painting him as a pedophile. Now, UMG has till March 17th to try and get the whole case thrown out. But with discovery starting, the question for me is, what are we going to really find out? What are we going to find out about Drake? What are we going to find out about Kendrick? But more importantly, in this case, what are we going to find out about Universal Music Group? What are we going to find out about the inner workings of the industry? Because if Drake is coming out and saying that he's going to keep this case moving, he must have some belief in this. Now, I don't think he's being dishonest here. I think Drake is telling the truth. I think Drake really believes that this is happening. Whether he's right or not, we'll find out. But I think he really believes it. I think he really has evidence. So I need to see that evidence. I know, iHeartRadio was a target of a Drake suit. And people thought that, they slipped Drake some money, that they settled off the books because Drake had him where he wanted them. It turned out, according to all the evidence, according to all the release, and according to iHeartMedia themselves, basically, no, we didn't have nothing to do with this. We told Drake we didn't have anything to do with it. We showed him through email that we didn't have anything to do with it. And so he dropped the charges. Now, shout out to Drake for actually dropping the charges and not trying to save face. But it goes to show we don't actually know what's true yet. We don't know who's lying, and we don't know who's just wrong, and we don't know who's correct. But we have to watch the case. But the fact that Drake has this small victory is somewhat interesting, right? Some people thought it wouldn't move forward at all, but it is moving forward. And, look, if Drake has been wronged here, I want him to get all he deserves. If he hasn't been, then I don't. It'll be interesting to see what the jury says, what the judge says, what the courts say, and what the court of public opinion says here. But just on its face, I get where Drake is coming from. Look, I mean, and Conan O'Brien made a joke about it at the Oscars. It's like everywhere you look, Drake is just being dragged through the mud with these accusations of pedophilia and with these and with the diss track that he's saying wasn't even what the people wanted. Now, where I disagree with Drake is, one, I think he's underestimating how much Not Like Us was the shit. It was the bop. It was the song in 2024. All songs, and Joe Budden, talks about this a lot. Any song that's at the top of the charts, you had to spend some money to get there. Nothing happens organically in this business for the most part. So I hear that. But Drake is wrong if he thinks that song doesn't just go. That it's not hot because people think it's hot. People really rock with the song, and that's why it's at the top of the charts. And the fact that it crossed over in the way that it did is not surprising under those circumstances. And where I ultimately don't stand with Drake on this issue is, let's say there are levers being pulled to bring you down a notch or to bring this song up a notch. Fine. How many levers are pulled for you to be at the top, Drake? You've been at the top for damn near 20 years. What levers are pulled for you? What payroll was paid for you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So let's not have a one-sided thing. I don't think Drake is necessarily wrong. It's just weird in the middle of a rap battle or at the end of a rap battle that you're now jumping out and being litigious, Larry. That's all. I don't like it. But we'll find out what's in those cases, those files rather. Family, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all.